In the annals of history, few orders have stirred as much intrigue as the Order of the Dragon. Born in the crucible of the early 15th century, this monarchical chivalric order was the brainchild of none other than Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia. Sigismund would later ascend to the revered position of Holy Roman Emperor. But in the year of our Lord 1408, his mind was consumed by the formation of an order that would echo through the ages. A society for the select few, the Order of the Dragon was an honor bestowed upon only the highest aristocracy and monarchs. Its formation was inspired by the military orders of the Crusades, with a singular objective: to fight the enemies of Christianity, particularly the formidable Ottoman Empire. The order bore a sigil as fascinating as its mission: the Signum Draconis, a dragon emblem that would become synonymous with its name. This insignia was not chosen lightly. The order adopted St. George as its patron saint, a legendary figure celebrated for his defeat of a dragon. This mythical clash between good and evil, the saint and the dragon, became a symbolic representation of the order's military and religious ethos. But the order was not solely focused on external foes. Its mission extended to protecting the Hungarian monarchy from both foreign and domestic adversaries, as well as defending the Catholic Church from heretics and pagans. Its ranks included foreigners and non-Catholics, embodying a unity of purpose that transcended national and religious boundaries. The Order of the Dragon, thus, was more than a chivalric order. It was a symbol of unity, of shared purpose, and of defiance against threats to their faith and their lands. Its members were the defenders of the realm, sworn to protect the king, queen, and their future sons, and to uphold the royal interests. Thus, the Order of the Dragon roared into existence, a symbol of chivalry and defiance in a turbulent era. With its establishment, the Order of the Dragon began to stretch its influence across Europe. As the 15th century dawned, the order found fertile ground for expansion, particularly in the heartlands of Germany and Italy. The dragon's wings, metaphorically speaking, spread far and wide, casting its shadow of power and influence over these regions. The order, in its strategic wisdom, was not confined to the higher aristocracy and monarchs of Hungary. It broadened its horizons, extending its reach to foreign lands and even to non-Catholics. The Orthodox Serbian ruler Stefan Lazarevic and the Wallachian rulers, for instance, were among those welcomed into its fold. This inclusivity was not just a display of magnanimity, but a clever move to consolidate power and influence. One of the defining features of the order was its unique symbols: the Ouroboros and the Red Cross. The Ouroboros, a serpent devouring its own tail, was a potent symbol of cyclicality, a reminder of the eternal return and the unity of life's polarities. The Red Cross, on the other hand, symbolized the order's dedication to the defense of Christianity, a bold declaration of its purpose and mission. These symbols, worn by members, became a beacon of their allegiance and identity. They were more than mere embellishments. They were badges of honor, testaments to their commitment to the order's cause. The Order of the Dragon was more than just a military and religious alliance. It was a binding force that held a kingdom together. The mutual obligations between the king and his nobles were clearly outlined. The nobles swore allegiance to the king, queen, and their future sons, pledging to protect the royal interests. In return, they could expect royal protection, honors, and offices. This symbiotic relationship fostered unity, strength, and cohesion within the kingdom. The dragon, thus, not only breathed fire against its enemies, but also bound a kingdom together. It was a force to be reckoned with, a symbol of power, unity, and resilience in the face of adversities. Every order has its zenith, and every zenith is followed by a decline. As the sun sets on the 15th century, we find the Order of the Dragon at a crossroads. The death of Sigismund in 1437 marked a pivotal moment in the order's history. His demise signaled the waning of the order's influence in Western Europe. The society that once flourished in the courts of Germany and Italy now found itself grappling with a diminishing presence. Yet, while its relevance receded in the West, the dragon's flame continued to burn bright in the East. Hungary, Serbia, and Romania became the new bastions of the order, standing stalwart against the relentless Ottoman incursions. These lands, bearing the brunt of the Ottoman onslaught, found in the order a bulwark against the encroaching tides of the Ottoman Empire. In the heart of Wallachia, the order's legacy found a new champion. Vlad II, Dracul, the Prince of Wallachia, proudly bore the mantle of the order. So profound was his commitment, he took his name from the order, Dracul, translating to dragon. His son, known to history as Vlad the Impaler, would carry this legacy forward, his name forever entwined with the legends of the dragon. The order's twilight years were not a period of quiet retreat. On the contrary, they were a time of fierce resistance and unyielding resolve. The Society of the Dragon, even as its influence waned, continued to be a beacon of defiance against the enemies of Christianity. Its members, bound by a shared purpose and a common foe, fought with the tenacity of the dragon from which they took their name. The twilight of the dragon was not its end, but rather a transformation. The order's flame, while dimmed, was far from extinguished. It continued to cast a long shadow over the lands it vowed to protect, its spirit undying, its legacy enduring. Even in its twilight, the dragon continued to cast a long shadow across Europe. The Order of the Dragon may have faded, but its legacy is etched in history. This chivalric order, fashioned after the military orders of the Crusades, was a beacon of resistance against the Ottoman Empire. Its members, drawn from the higher aristocracy and monarchs, pledged to fight the enemies of Christianity, both foreign and domestic. The order's symbols, the Ouroboros, a dragon devouring its own tail, and the Red Cross, remain emblematic of its enduring identity. The Order of the Dragon, however, was more than just a military faction. It was a society committed to unity, loyalty, and protection of the royal interests. Its influence, while most prominent in Germany and Italy, extended across Hungary, Serbia, and Romania. Even after the fall of Constantinople in 1453 and the subsequent decline of the order, its ideals lived on. In the pages of history, the dragon may have receded, but its roar echoes on, a testament to a time of chivalry, defiance, and monumental change.